What's up? I'm back with another one. This is Florida teen admits raping a 91-year-old woman. What the fuck? What the hell is y'all need to watch y'all kids. Let's just get into it though.
Like I said, do you want to be the Randy John that tells the truth, the Randy John that cares about? Because I know you are.
Detectives press a 14-year-old boy for the truth in front of his grandmother as they question him about whether he sexually assaulted a 91-year-old woman.
She deserves the truth to be told, and you know it.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. This is a
What
really
the
disturbing
hell?
case. Last June, Jesse Stone, he was a 14-year-old boy in Reddick, Florida, who was living with his grandparents and going to summer school. Now he's likely going to prison for a very long time.
As he
Body camera
should.
footage from the early morning hours of June 9th, 2024 shows Marion County Sheriff's deputies at a 91-year-old woman's home after she'd called to say she'd been sexually assaulted.
Okay, I'm up here on the right.
I don't get why y'all be the elderly. It's like no form of woman is safe. Y'all be raping babies, toddlers, children, preteens, teens, young adults, middle-aged women, and now the elderly. Like, come on. The dead, y'all be raping dead people too. Fucking dead corpse. Like, what is
I'm at a house. A 91-year-old lady calls in saying she was just raped. We get on scene. She's beat up really bad.
Now, it was late at night, and this was a terrifying, terrifying call. Who would
why couldn't you just jack off or something? Why did you have to rape her? Why couldn't you just steal her credit card and buy like a flashlight, like a sex toy, and then you like what the fuck is wrong
do
with
this
people?
to a
These kids.
91-year-old woman? Deputies started walking the property looking for clues or someone possibly hiding. Others started securing the crime scene.
But we'll just get some tape. We'll lock down the house. Once she gets out, we'll wrap it up. Okay. To our crime scene. I got evidence coming, major crimes coming. Canine's coming, one's coming.
Who do you want to go with her to the hospital?
I don't care, as long as someone goes. I mean, if you talk to her, that's fine. Being that it's a female, maybe Alyssa can go a little bit more comfortable.
That lady's moved out of the way, right?
The
one that was up there.
with the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, have the neighbor with the phone step out of our way.
Immerse yourself
This is
in
sad,
academic
bro. I feel bad for that
excellence
lady.
at a value rivaled by few.
Super bad.
Southern Illinois University.
That fucking dog is itching to get the fuck out of that goddamn car. Ugh. I know for a fact it's itching because I got a little Pookie, a little dog. His name is Pookie too. And yeah, he be whining and crying like that. He's a Chihuahua, so he's not aggressive. Like he's not this dog. This dog will fuck whoever up. But that whining and itching, yeah. I don't get like what does he
Now,
think
this
was
is a
gonna
very,
happen?
very serious case, so it was all hands on deck. The rest of the neighborhood could be in danger with a rapist on the loose.
So she saw a shadow approaching her, and all of a sudden he just started like wailing on her. She's significantly injured in her face and got a big gash on her arm. She's 91 years old. So she says that the guy sounded Hispanic and he was telling her to be still and penetrated her with his fingers. And she said that he felt like he was not erect.
Hispanic. That is a white boy. Quite white, Granny. Quite white. Don't put that on minorities, nigga.
but
Don't
maybe
do that.
trying to be. She said it lasted about 15, huh?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says he never took off his pants.
She said he never took off his pants and it lasted about 15, 20 minutes and he left about 5 to 10 minutes prior to us going 97.
Now, 97 is part of a police code, meaning that deputies have arrived at a call. Collecting and
So
preserving
he was trying
evidence
to do
is,
it
of
pretty
course,
much,
going
or
to
he
be
was
very
doing
important
it in
in
his
this
pants?
case, and it appears plenty of evidence was left behind by the perp.
I'm sorry, I didn't know evidence was coming out. I gave Christian the dress and the underpants, 2 separate bags.
That's fine.
There's no anywhere, like when you walk around the house, no evidence of like her falling or anything. So everything she's saying is adding up. Everything is on her bed. Blood everywhere on her bed.
The neighbor said that only Hispanics that she knows is right across this road right here on this side.
Police are looking for a suspect and evidence, but they also want to know whether any of the neighbors saw anything.
Not obviously. Hey, did you see anybody run through here or anything?
Not to my yard, but then again, went in the house at 9:30 to eat dinner.
Okay.
And
We
came back
know
out
he
with my
did
son
do
and said
it.
he saw all the cars come up here.
Okay.
And I was sitting there for a minute. And
Your son live here too?
Huh?
Your son live here too?
Yeah, my son lives here. My daughter and son-in-law are down here from West Virginia on vacation.
Okay.
There was a car earlier that came up there, like when it's still daylight out there, but I think that was one of her friends.
Okay.
I mean, it looked familiar, like I've seen the car before.
Okay.
But nobody's been in my yard because I got dogs out and stuff.
Right. Okay.
She okay?
I hope.
I mean, I've known this lady since I was 10 years old.
Okay. I mean, it appears somebody was over there messing with the house, so.
Ever left?
That lady's daughters wanted her to move so many times out of here, too. She kept saying no, no, no.
All right.
Later that day, deputies talked to more.
You can't get no old person, no elderly person to move the fuck out their house. Once they establish that this is where the fuck I'm resigning and is where I live and shit ain't overly broke, they are not leaving. It was hard as fuck to get my granny out her old house. Hard as hell. She did not want to leave. It was very hard.
More neighbors.
I was out in the back working in my shop. I guess when all this was going down, I never heard nobody yell or anything. That's what was weird.
During the night?
Yeah, last night.
I didn't come in till 9:30. Came back outside, and then my son said all these lights going up the road. That's when I came back out and talked to you.
Did the deputies talk to you last
Well, I
night?
gave them my name and stuff. Yeah, they just said, "Did you see anything?" I said, "No, I didn't see nothing." And they can't come through my yard because them two are out.
Sure.
Unless they jump fences. So.
Okay. Do you guys have videos of it?
No, I got a set, but I don't have them up there. I'm crippled, so I've been trying to.
What the victim told police was absolutely terrifying. According to court documents, the woman said when the defendant jumped or pounced on top of her, she began to fight him by trying to push him off. Then he struck her face with his fists.
Damn.
Now, keep in mind, as I told you, this is a 91-year-old woman laying in her bed in her own home. She told detectives she told the attacker to get off of her. Then she repeatedly prayed, "Dear God, please help me." And the defendant told her to shut up, shut up. Next, the victim said her underwear was torn off and she ended up face down and she was sexually assaulted. But then it stopped and the man left. During the investigation, detectives had encountered a 14-year-old boy named Jesse Stone in the neighborhood. They noticed a red stain on his clothes and asked to get a swab. His grandmother consented to that and him giving a DNA sample.
Let's be real. He probably, 14, he in puberty and shit. He ain't getting no chick at no school. No girl at that school looking at him. So the best thing he got was 91-year-old granny. Which is, That's a weird, I don't know. That's beyond weird, though. It's beyond weird.
Then 8 days after the sexual assault, detectives received the results that showed that Jesse Stone's DNA was left on the 91-year-old victim. They brought Jesse Stone into the sheriff's office in handcuffs. They sat him in a room by himself for quite a while.
Man, you doing all right? You need anything? All right, Jesse, I'm Ryan, and we're gonna come in here and talk to you just a little bit, okay? We're waiting for your mom to get over here, just so we can all be here and talk and figure out what's going on, all right? Okay. You sure you don't want water or anything? Okay. If you need some, just give this door a little knock, all right? Okay.
Jesse is in this room for more than 2 hours, and eventually they give him a blanket. It was likely very cold in that room with the AC on. It is Florida in June, after all. They move Jesse Stone later to an interview room, and his grandma, who's raising him, shows up.
Jesse, I'm going to ask you some questions. It might seem a little bit weird, but this is just to help me understand.
He probably, because he living with his granny, he probably got some weird fetish with granny or something. A weird kink that has to do with her, taking his anchor out on her somehow. And then I don't know, but kids weird. The human mind is weird. He probably did that granny, that woman like that 90-year-old like that because he had something to do with her. He don't like her. He wanted to inflict pain on her, but he couldn't, so he gonna do it on her, the other one.
Make sure that I'm on the same page as you. So, do you understand the difference between a truth and a lie?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what the truth means to you.
The truth is what actually happened.
Okay. And what's a lie mean?
Something that's made up or not true.
Okay.
The detectives read Jesse his rights, and they ask him about being out in the neighborhood the night that the woman was assaulted.
Do you remember that night? So when I showed you that video of you walking, so that would have been late Saturday night.
Yes.
Do you remember everything that you did that night?
Yeah, I couldn't go to sleep, so I got up and I headed down the road to watch the cars that are coming from the concert. I've watched them, the cars, looking for modified vehicles for a while, and then I went walking across the street for, I'm guessing, an hour before I came back to my house.
So you heard there that the detectives had seen Jesse Stone on video in the neighborhood. They'd also met him in the neighborhood. Then Jesse Stone talked about seeing the victim hours before she was attacked. It was something the victim had already told the detectives, that the
If you're struggling with depression and not feeling the comfort and peace that you need, I invite you to meet with missionaries like me.
The boy she knew as Randy John had stopped by.
Where was she at?
On the front porch, sitting in her rocking chair in front of the door.
Okay, gotcha. So what was the last time, like, before then, when you had seen her, or I guess talked with her, like, kind of like you did that day?
The last time I'd seen her before that was probably about, I want to say a week and a half before. She was driving down the road from like church or something.
Oh, okay.
And she just stopped and said hi real quick. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember the last time, like, my understanding when we spoke the first time, and correct me if I got this wrong, that you, when you were younger, you used to go over and talk with her quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd go over, talk, help her.
The detectives then asked Jesse Stone whether he had ever been in certain parts of the victim's home, and this leads to their big gotcha moment in this long exchange.
So she's never asked for your help to do those types of, like, household chores, so like laundry or whatever? Okay.
No, I've helped with the laundry machine, but not to do laundry.
Not like you've never done her laundry for her bed sheets or anything like that?
No.
You've never, like, taken a nap or slept in any of her bedrooms or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Do you remember if you've ever been in any of those bedrooms?
No.
No?
No. I've never been in any room other than the living room, kitchen, the bathroom.
Okay. Well, Randy Dunn, I think you probably know that I wouldn't ask that question unless I had a reason to.
Okay.
So, I'm just going to be honest with you because, I mean, I feel like you've been mostly honest with me. And I know your mom's been honest with me. Is it okay if I call you his mom?
Yeah.
Guardian? Okay, I don't mean to.
It's okay, yeah.
But when I came over to you on, I think that was Sunday, and I was asking you about your clothes and the video and such, and I explained that I wanted to get your DNA because I knew that you had been over there before. Could you mention, like you told us today, that you had talked with her? So I knew that at the very least there would be evidence of you being in the porch.
Yeah.
Right? So I went and met with your mom, and you guys signed a consent form, and we got your DNA. Okay. So we sent your DNA and the sex kit up to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, who does the testing and stuff for stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, is there any reason at all that your DNA would be on her clothes?
Yeah, we when I said goodbye to her, we hugged. Like a...
No, that makes no. Go on and tell the truth because you know you didn't. Lying and trying to cope is not gonna help because how that don't make sense. How is you hugging her getting blood on you? That don't make sense. No, she was not bleeding. She was bleeding from down there. How did her pussy blood? Wait, was it vagina blood or maybe it was face blood? Why would you hug her if her face is beating like that? Why would you not help her? And you didn't say her face was beating. So it's not adding up, dude. Not adding up. You know you did this shit. You know you did it.
Okay. Let me be a little bit more specific. Your DNA was off her underwear.
Thank you.
And so I want you to really use this time here to be honest with me about what happened that night, because I think that we know what happened, and I think that your mom knows what happened, because she also wrote down a list of times that you went in and out of the house that night, to include the time that the call came in.
You're going to jail or juvie.
And I think you probably know that you wouldn't be in here unless we had a good reason to put you in.
I don't see. What?
It's not about see, Randy John. It's truth.
Yeah, truth.
Going to sound truth.
It's impossible for my DNA to be on.
Shut the fuck up.
That's
You know
what we
you
like
did
to
this
think
shit.
too, brother, but that stuff doesn't lie. That stuff doesn't get made up. And sometimes the truth can be hard. You seem like a really good guy, man. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. You make connections with people that need help. You go out there and you help other people. And there's people out there sometimes that make mistakes.
I'm gonna come over here
And that doesn't make you a bad person for making a mistake.
The detective then lays out photos of the victim, showing Jessie Stone what had been done to her.
Well, we just need to understand, like, who is Randy John, man? Because I don't. And we don't think that that was the intention. But we need to understand what happened, man.
Randy, I want to be real clear with you. We know what happened. What I want to hear from your own words, everything that went on that night.
God.
You must have beat that woman so bad.
Holy cow. I want to know why
You must didn't like her at all.
Randy, help us understand, man.
You did it. You're caught. He's trying to think of a lie.
Randy.
He's trying to think of a lie.
Randy, look at me for a second. You did this exact same thing when I asked you about you walking down the road or jogging down the road at 11 o'clock. And you did the whole, I don't remember, and I was like, and you finally admitted to it. And I think this is the exact same thing. I know what happened. And it's only going to help you for you to be honest with me about what happened. Because like I said,
remember,
we
he's
know
14.
what happened because we have your DNA.
14-year-old idiot. I did another video on some, they were older than him, but it was like 16-year-olds who set up and killed somebody. Idiots. Kids don't know what the fuck they doing.
Like you said, it's not like we're talking about a sweater that it was found on. It's in this elderly woman's underwear.
That's a damn shame. That was a damn shame.
What do you think, man? We're putting everything out here, and you're kind of just looking at all this, man. I know it might be a shock, but what do you think?
I'm overly confused.
What are you confused about?
I wasn't even near her house. I was across the street.
A whole hour. You were gone.
Yeah. I said I was gone for about an hour.
The detectives leave the room, and Randy John is left with his grandmother.
Mom, I don't know if you want to have a couple minutes to talk with your son. Randy, I want you to think real long
You know he did that shit. She know what he lying. A parent, a granny, they know, a guardian, they know what they lie. They know what they
kids.
kill.
I want to have the truth from you about what happened because I know that you know what happened. I want to do this for her. If she is amazing of a person as you say she is, and I believe you because I've talked with her, getting all of this out in the open for her is what matters.
She deserves the truth to be told, and you know it.
Agreed.
Personally, I can't believe that this is a horrible thing, Ricky John. That's a horrible thing. I don't even have the ability to do that.
Yes, you do.
Well, it's hard for
You're
me
a
to believe, too.
14-year-old boy,
It's really
and
hard for me to believe, too.
and she's a
You would do
9-year-old
a thing
friend.
like this? I didn't. But how many times have you been caught in lies? I know. And this is the whole reason why you're on restriction. It's because you're not telling the truth about things. If this woman deserves to have the truth, she deserves it, and you know that.
Agreed. Shout out to Granny, man.
And don't say why's, Ready John, because why doesn't exist here. I wasn't at her house. Ready John, it's across the street. Look at her. Look at her.
He did that.
Look at her face. That's I don't even think like that. I've never seen you hurt anybody, but I don't want to hurt What the hell are you doing outside at that time of night? It doesn't make any sense. Do you understand? Ready, John, it doesn't make any sense. There's a million different things you can do. Being outside where you don't belong, and you know you don't belong out there. I'm sorry, but I'm an outdoorsy person. You're not an outdoorsy person. You're a sit in front of the TV kind of guy. When I don't have TV, I'm outside. Well, I don't know. I hope and pray you did not do this to this woman. I hope and pray. I hope and pray you did not do this. Because this is horrific. This is a human being. And she deserves justice.
She does.
She does. If this would have happened to your sister, what would you do? Murder whoever did. If you know anything about this, Ready John, for her at least, if you care about her, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You know, we've been down that road before where you've been lying about something and you swear up and Randy John, you've lied about stuff before.
Jesse's grandmother leaves the room, and the detectives do most of the talking.
I just got done talking to your mom, and she said that, I mean, you're 14, right? I think every 14-year-old's got to add some thoughts about what a woman's like and things like that. And
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. He must not really fuck with that lady like he said how he's saying he do. And like I say, 14 years old, hitting puberty. He thought he can get one on her. He clearly ain't getting no chick at no school. Ain't no chick on him at that school.
kind of exploring some nudity and pornography. Is that what's going on, man? The thing is, Grandma's got no reason to lie to me, and you have no reason to lie to me about that either. That's totally normal and totally fine. So is that something I heard you're taking Grandpa's phone and taking a look at that?
No, I don't do it on Grandpa's phone. I haven't been able to do it since I had my computer, because she takes everything away.
Yeah. Well, is it true that you were looking at some of that stuff? Like I said, it's totally normal, man. Okay. And like I said, and I think like Detective Hardy said, it's totally normal to want to find out about these things, especially for someone. It seems like you really truly cared about this woman.
Yeah.
And maybe you just wanted to figure out what was what, man.
What it was like. Maybe you went into there, you didn't expect her to be awake. And so you freaked out. And panicked. Because that's what it looks like. Is that this was oh shit. And then maybe you just walked around not expecting her to, maybe you just wanted to knock her out. You didn't think you would hurt her this bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got out of there.
Because what we're trying to figure out, Randy John, is like part is that we're pretty certain of what happened. But we're trying to figure out, is Randy John the kind of guy that breaks into people's houses with axes and chops them up into pieces and leaves them and murders them? Or did Randy John just make a mistake? Did he go into a house and expect this 91-year-old woman to be sleeping and maybe figure out something about life?
This is motherless and fatherless behavior.
People panic, man. And people do
Motherless
things
and
that they don't
fatherless
mean
behavior.
and they don't want to do when they panic.
So the detectives, as you saw there, tried to make Jesse Stone feel comfortable, like he just made a mistake, so he would open
That ain't
up
a
to them.
mistake.
Eventually, he confesses, saying that
Good.
he watched pornography on the victim's iPad and then went into her room and assaulted her. His confession is redacted under Florida law, so you won't be able to hear it.
Honestly, Randy John, I feel like you probably wish that this had never happened. Like, I honestly still believe that you never really intended to hurt. Because you care about her.
I don't intend to hurt anyone.
The male detective and Jesse Stone talk extensively about him watching pornography, and Jesse talks very openly and freely about it.
You mind if I give you some more
This is
stuff?
why these
Sure.
kids do not need to be
How
watching
old
that
were you when you
shit,
started
bro.
watching the porn videos?
I'm gonna be honest. I started watching this shit at 8 years old with my homegirls. That's crazy. But I remember the shit. Like my first time seeing pornography was with my homegirls. And yeah, yeah. 8 years old. Up in it was my homework. We was at her granny house. And we have free range in that house. Free range. She didn't do shit. She didn't really watch us for real. So we was in her office watching this shit. And then once the phones started coming out, the like early iPhones and shit started coming out, shit, we didn't need to be in her fucking office and clearing the history and shit and looking up weird shit. Like this is like because I'm a 2002 baby, so this is the peak of like the internet where shit was not really redacted yet, restricted yet at all. So yeah, I was 8. I seen killing films, niggas killing themselves on live. Um Weird shit, weird terrible shit. Early 2000s. Early 2000s when the internet was at its peak where there was no restrictions for real.
My friend showed them to me when I was 10.
10. So you've been watching them since you were 10?
Off and on, yeah.
Okay. How often do you think you were watching them before you got put on restriction?
Once or twice a week.
Okay. And what kind of stuff were you watching? Looking at pictures? Were you watching videos?
A mix of both.
A mix of both? Okay. And what site do you normally use?
The XNXX.
But Grant,
XNXX. And that's all
you
it's
like
called?
old lady porn?
You just put that into Google, XNXX?
Yeah, that was the website my friend showed me.
Okay.
Jesse Stone pleaded guilty to the charges back in December. He'll be sentenced next month. He is now 15 years old.
That's terrible.
And that's it for this episode.
Yeah, but I'm out too. Peace.